Good afternoon, everyone. Jess is staying home again this week. She could have come with me last week. We just didn't know for sure if I was coming home this weekend or not. So this is Hedley Gold Rush Town. Some pretty sweet tours you can take of gold mines up here. And also, if you know where to look, you can go walk, splunk some old gold mines by yourself. Done that. Probably took way too many risks going deep into those mines and coming out at different exits, but spray paint comes in very handy. Mark your way every time there's an intersection. Make a mark where you came from. So this is Highway 3, Hedley. We are westbound, going to Richmond. Up the Smilkameen River. We pretty much follow the Smilkameen River all the way from the border to through Manning Park. I know you guys requested a strapping down loading video. I can't find my camera mount for the head mount for so I can put the camera on my helmet. I might just have to put a sticky mount on the helmet and do it that way. I just don't really want to waste a sticky mount to go on my helmet to shoot 1 or 2 videos. Maybe I'll order a bunch of those knockoff sticky mounts online that are cheap. Keep those separated, that we know these are the knockoffs, not ones you can trust on the outside of a vehicle or something. Is that a deer? No, I think that's a llama inside the fence or something like that, yeah. Is that a big rig pulling an RV? Crazy. Guess you wouldn't be lacking horsepower. Definitely wouldn't be lacking horsepower. I guess if you're owner-operator, that'd be a good way to retire and keep the rig. Just put a different fifth wheel mount on the back of the truck and haul a big RV instead of a trailer. You just have to go over the scale with that every time. But that wouldn't be that bad. Man, the weather is so beautiful. It was raining all day yesterday. It was raining today morning. So we didn't do anything on the weekend except for video games. We got a week of vacation coming up this next week, so I'm hoping the weather's good and we'll do some quadding and camping, and if we have a couple of days of rain, we'll maybe spend that at home in video gaming, but the rest of the time we'll be out camping. But hopefully we get some good sunny weather. Hopefully that we can still have small bonfires going. think I might buy myself a chainsaw too. Just a small, cheap, smallest little chainsaw I can get for inside the quad. Because if we're going out there camping, it'd be good to make our own firewood out there. Quad into the forest, and there's always all these dead trees around, nice and dry, perfect for fires. And I've been hand sawing them, but if we're going to be out there for a week, I think I'd get tired hand sawing these logs. Don't need a lot of them, but yeah, when I loaded this load on Friday, it was too heavy, so I had to get him to take a package off. He's usually pretty darn good at not overloading me, but this time he overloaded me. Too much weight. It's like if we... Well, my drives were perfect weight, my bridge was over, and my pup had some space, but the pup is already boxed out, so you can't move the product far enough back. We could have moved it back a good 1.5 feet. We could have moved it 1.5 feet back, but there's no way we would have saved enough weight off the bridge to be able to get the full package on there. If you had a small little short one, like an 8-footer, maybe we could have done it, but so we're going to take one package off. Looking in my mirrors, I see I still got the padlocks on my toolboxes of the trailers, so I'll have to take those off once we stop in Richmond. There's a dirt bike in the grass. River's looking pretty brown. Still getting a lot of runoff from the snow melting up top. Lots of water in that river. With this warm weather and with all the rain we had over the weekend, we need the rain. Let it keep raining. I'm not complaining we couldn't go and enjoy the weather, but we definitely need the rain, because I'd much rather have clear skies than smoky skies, because I'm so scared we're going to have so much smoke this summer. I think there'll be weeks where we have non-stop, the whole week, all you will see is videos of smoke. I hope that's not true, but I just have that feeling in the back of my head. It's like I just feel that's what's going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but it just feels that this is the kind of summer that's going to be like that. So hopefully people are responsible and don't set accidental fires from campground and stuff. Seems tempting, doesn't it? I don't know, recently I've just enjoyed my Dairy Queen. I think if I want a Dairy Queen today, this would be the place. I'll try not to. Are they picking flowers from literally going to somebody's front yard and picking their flowers? Oh, that takes some serious gonads. Hey, look, some strangers have some beautiful flowers in their front lawn. Let's go pick them. Unbelievable. I'd say that's not cool. Not cool at all. Bromley Rock here, coming up on the right-hand side. Huge fishing swimming hole in the river. I don't know how can you have a hole in the river, but you can. Campgrounds over here. In the summer it gets pretty darn busy here. One RV in there. I'm just surprised there's not more. There's a tent down here. A couple of cars they've got tarps in between the cars, so two campgrounds. Some people parked here in the day use part of it. Yeah, some picnicking going on there. A week or two from now, it'll be packed. Probably the rain over the weekend probably kept people away. I'm trying to shoot video in places I don't shoot videos very often. Sections of highway that I never record because they're boring. And this isn't really a boring section. Even having said that, I have recorded video here. So Highway 3, I've recorded pretty much the whole darn highway. But different weather, different scenery, right? The sun reflects differently on everything, so everything always looks different. But we drive this highway so much, it's hard to show you guys new places along here. I think there is footage online on my channel, Highway 3, all the way from Hope. If you patched it all together, there would definitely be footage all the way to Castlegar. No, it'd be even Salmo, Kootenai Pass, so Creston, for sure all the way to Creston. And then we got video going to the Yak Scale. Video going to Fernie from there. So, yeah. The only where spaces start getting in is close to Cranbrook. We probably haven't shot solid videos from there eastward. So if you've watched all our videos, you've seen all of Highway 3 from, well, even Highway 1 west, all the way from Vancouver, Highway 1 to Hope, Highway 3 all the way to close to Cranbrook, at least to Yak for sure. And then the Coquihalla a couple of times, and And then what we call the canyon is Highway 1 north of Hope. So Highway 1 north of Hope to Cache Creek is called the canyon. Father-in-law was saying a place he would like to visit would be, I think it's called Black Canyon, and that's south of Cache Creek. A very cool place where the trains go through tunnels and one crosses the river. So definitely a beautiful spot. I might have to drive there. Hey, we got a week of vacation coming up. If we happen to drive that way, I might just stop there and shoot some video. That'd be fun. We will see. I really have no idea what we're doing on our vacation. I don't know where we would go camping. I want to go camping in so many places. I'm being so indecisive. I think I'm really going to have to just wait till the weekend, look at the weather forecast, and go from there. If it's going to be really warm, we might go a little bit higher altitude. If it's going to be cooler, we'll pick some low altitude places to camp. If it's going to be really rainy, we'll probably stay in the Okanagan to camp. So, because rainy in Okanagan isn't a big deal, it's not going to rain nearly as much than anywhere else. So I don't know. I want to go everywhere. And we got the Popo here. Looks like they've pulled over a motorcycle. Two motorcycles. Okay. Pulled over two motorcycles. It's pretty high over here. Those little islands inside the river are no longer islands, they're all flooded. Might be a fun time to kayak down the river. We're definitely going to take our kayaks and our quad with wherever we decide to go camping. Catching up with this pickup here. It looks like it's getting cloudier too the further west we go. Well, since we're catching up with the pickup, we'll slow down to 90 since there's a 90 up ahead. Might as well slow down early and Hopefully he keeps driving the same speed he is. And we can stay on cruise control. I like staying on cruise control. I broke my ankle many years ago, and it has made my life quite painful if I can't run cruise control and relax my ankle once in a while. And that's one of the major reasons why the automatic transmission has made my life better. Because my ankle just has a hard time dealing with the manual transmission. Just a lot of work. I don't know if it just never healed quite right or not. Just before that, I never had any issues with driving, and ever since that day, I've had difficulty driving long distances without cruise control. On the outskirts of Princeton here, entering into Princeton. So rumor has it, Sutco has bought out 3 different companies. I don't know what all the companies are, but one of them is definitely a transport company. Apparently Fletcher might be one of those companies that Sutco has bought out. And that now makes sense why so many Fletcher trucks have been showing up for the last 2 weeks at Klesnikov. I know for a fact Fletcher drivers get paid more than we do. I bet you the current drivers will just get grandfathered in, will continue the rate they are. All new drivers will get our rate. And that makes sense why our runs were so funny the last 3 weeks. We were getting such a variety of different runs. They're having a hard time of getting us all runs. I get these funny little runs, a little more downtime, because all of a sudden we have so many more trucks to have loads going from Klesnikov. All of a sudden there's no worries about getting enough loads out of Klesnikov. Influx of trucks, which is no problem. And now that means there'll be a couple of weeks of trying to find loads, and then because you have the trucks, now you can pick up different contracts and go, hey, we have these trucks, can we have a contract with you guys? We will do 5 loads out of you guys every week, or even 1 load from you guys once a week. You can start signing these contracts. Just pick off a load here and there from chippers and have a contract that goes, hey, one load a week contract from here to here. Because that's the way Sutco's been going. Because Sutco used to be, when they first started, just take any random load, always bail out other companies. When a company is behind and can't quite make their runs anymore, they'd always bail them out. So it was such an on and off type of company. There was never a fluid run. You'd be making up the runs as you went. There was never this contract, no backup. And now we have enough contracts that we don't have the drivers to bail out the other companies anymore. But if they have indeed bought out a couple of companies, that would have given us those trucks now to do that again, to bail out other drivers. So I don't know, it'd be interesting. I'd like to know exactly what happened, what is owned by what. Here's really cool here on the right hand side. Look at that sand behind the building. It goes on quite a ways. There's a sand cliff. Just wind and water erosion, I think. And just this sand, just compact sand right here beside us, right here. It's really quite unique. It's like just solidified sand. It's just been compacted, compressed so much that it has become very hard. But when you walk up to it, you can just rub it off. It's hard to rub off. It's almost rock. It's like a very rough sandpaper. Because it's sand. It's quite unique. I don't know if the sand all came from like a glacier or flooding, and it must have been flooding over many years if it's flooding. Like even this is all so much sand. It's just so much sand here. And then just down the road a couple of miles we have huge copper mines. And they also mine other stuff there, but copper is the main thing, if I remember right. So geologically, the soils are quite interesting here. But anyway, guys, that was Hedley to Princeton. We get to climb now. Climb. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow, but we should arrive early enough. It'll be close, but we should arrive early enough to have a 10-hour reset and not 8. So we would be able to do a US run if necessary. So I like to give my dispatch that option as often as I can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I'll do my best to get the 10 hours in, but if it doesn't work easily, I feel dispatch's responsibility to let me know that I'm getting a US run. If I can't get the 8 hours in, or the not 10-hour reset in, they should tell me ahead of time and let me know I have a US run, so I know not to start as early in the morning. And I think they do a decent job of that most of the time. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up. And the ground or the road's kind of sliding down the cliff over here, so no worries. It's just the road. We'll see you guys. I think I said all that already. Bye.